Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Algebra 1, Semester 4. This is going to look a little bit different than how the rest of the school year has looked and how the last couple of weeks have looked. So this is just kind of like a welcome video and an informational video. There is no instruction in this video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lay out for you my plans for distance learning. And even though Fremont Unified has decided that we will most likely go back to school on May 4th, which happens to be Star Wars Day. I am planning for that not to be the case. I'm not saying that we won't be going back, but I'm just saying it's better to plan ahead. I'm going to plan for us not going back in the classroom and continuing distance learning. So that is the point of this video. It's going to show you my plan for this class in semester 4, including Introduction to Google Classroom, which I have just created, and a calendar of kind of how this is going to be planned out weekly, and then also a little bit of information about how you will be graded. So without further ado, here we go. First thing I want to mention is that I have a Google Classroom set up, and the code to join is right here, FRCGO3Z. I will also be sending that code out in an email and posting it in School Loop as well. It is up to you to join the Google Classroom. I will not be adding you. This is part of your participation. So I will be using this to post all important information, all of your assignments, classwork, YouTube links, everything will be here. The first thing that I'm going to post is this video along with our calendar for distance learning. This is a Google spreadsheet, so I've put this together while talking to the other Algebra 1 teachers. The way that this is going to work is every Monday and Wednesday will be new information and instructional videos with worksheet practice, and we will maintain that going forward. So once again, every Monday and Wednesday will be a new concept, a new instructional video and worksheet practice. Along with the worksheet practice, which is still optional but strongly recommended, along with the worksheet practice will be a short Google survey for you to fill out and basically say what questions you have. So, I struggled with number 5, or I couldn't do number 10. Then on Tuesday and Thursday of every week, I will be doing a live Zoom conference that will also be recorded, but that you can tune into if you want. And in that conference, we will be going over the questions from the worksheet practice, and we will be going over the IXL code for that day. So I will show you specific examples from IXL, do them on the whiteboard, and then those who tune in will have the opportunity to ask me questions. So again, going forward, every Monday and Wednesday, new information, instructional video, worksheet practice with the Google survey. Every Tuesday and Thursday, same information from the previous day, Zoom conference if you want to tune in, and an IXL code and going over that IXL code. And I'll let you know when I will be planning those and what time, and we'll keep that time consistent. Every Friday will be a Zoom conference to go over the IXL practice from that week. So the way that this is going to work is that I'm going to plan these meetings during your normal school time. So block 2 will be from about 9:30 to 11, somewhere in there, obviously not the full 85 minutes. And then block 3 will be from about 11 to 12:30. I will tune in, and if within the first 15-20 minutes, if I don't get participation, then I will log out. So this will just be optional if you need that one-on-one time to go over the codes from this week. Notice that all IXL codes are due by Sunday at midnight. So this actually mirrors kind of like what I'm doing in my grad school program right now, where you're given work throughout the week. You can look ahead and go, oh, here's the IXL code for this day, and here's the IXL code for that day. So if you want to work ahead, you can. Or if you want to work day by day, you can do that as well. It's completely up to you. But you basically have 7 days essentially, well, not really. You basically have, you know, a lot of days, maybe 6 days for this first code, 4 days for the second code, and that should be more than enough time to be able to get to the SMART score that you want. Um, Notice that at the end of the second week here in April, we are planning on having an assessment. I will post more information about that later. That will lead us into spring break, and then check back here in a couple days, and these 2 weeks will also be filled out. Now, this is the day that we're supposed to end our distance learning, but I am planning ahead for the weeks in May just in case that doesn't happen. Stop here. All right, so here is your task for today. You need to, 1, join the Google Classroom. The code will be emailed out and posted in School Loop. 2, you need to check out the calendar and maybe write some of these things down, making sure that you understand how all of that works, okay? And then 3, because it's a Monday, I will be posting an instructional video. Last but not least, we're going to talk about how you are graded. So the way that you're graded is a little bit different. Normally, it goes 10% classwork, 20% homework, 70% assessment. The math department is meeting on Wednesday to discuss how we're going to do this differently. So I don't have a set in stone answer for you right now, but I can tell you that instead of classwork, it will be 10% distance learning participation. So are you logging in to Google Classroom? Are you logging into IXL? Are you actually doing some of the worksheet practice? Like, that's your effort grade, which is what your classwork grade used to be. So now think about that 10%, which is the difference between an A and a B and a C and a D, etc. Think about that 10% as your participation. What are you doing during this time? Assignments, which will be IXL codes predominantly, I'm going to be leaning more to 30 or 40%. So 50% of your grade is essentially you doing work during this time. And then the remaining 50% will be assessment. And I will get back to you as far as what that looks like while we're doing distance learning, but the math department is working on developing some assessments. So that's it. Welcome to semester 4. Welcome to this crazy world of distance learning. Please know that I'm here for you. I want to check in with you. I want to see your awesome faces, and I miss you guys terribly. And we're all just going to get through this together. That's the best that we can do. So you have your goals for today and what you need to get done, and we'll just keep working together through this. Have a wonderful rest of your Monday.